Hello guys over the ocean, this is Romeo from Romania, and I sincerely hope that you have scanned me, you have read me as a human being, and I sincerely hope some of the people incidentally caught me on video on YouTube. Somehow they trust me, they trust what I say. Because I'm gonna say for the people over the ocean, some of them, a period of the history, part of a commonwealth, will be touched, hurt by my words. And I have to raise the white flag and announcing that my purpose is not hurting people anywhere in the world. My purpose is the truth. And now, people are mourning, grieving, yes, the Elisabeth, the second queen. There is an worldwide emotional empathy, and this is not correct. You know, I'm qualified to speak about my one of my former leaders, the dictator Ceausescu. Anyway, it's impossible not to know how Ceausescu died being shot by revolutionaries. And please, while I'm speaking, please just watch the footage. And this footage is available on the YouTube. When this dictator has been received with clapping hands in the train station of London by Elisabeth II herself and her husband, the king, the so-called king. And how do we call this? We call this prostitution. Yes, because they always said Ceausescu is keeping in sufferance his people, his nation, because he's a dictatorship. I mean, at that time, as today, UK was a Western country with Western habits. I mean, they claimed for freedom. Okay, I can agree this. And by the way, I will make a pause and I tell you that after the so-called revolution in 1989 in Romania, a few years later, I have attended the BBC radio and television courses 1 year and the next year. So I might be called a product of BBC courses, and it is ironically and somehow is funny because those courses, the school has been sustained financially by George Soros himself. I mean, his foundation in Romania. Normally, I should have been a brainwashed guy, as the majority of my colleagues in Romania are. But I have refused it to be brainwashed. And coming back to Queen Elizabeth, if we are honest and we make an inventory of the crimes, the assassinations did by the British Army under, let's say, this queen, we will be outraged. Then coming back to her relationship with the dictator Ceausescu, they needed the Romanian resources, and I can assure you they are not a few, nor that time nor today. and they ignored the fact that they had an opposite opinion on Ceausescu, and they have invited him and his wife, who was demonic. His wife was demonic, as a very important person, VIP, as Jimmy Carter and as François Mitterrand, as I don't know, on the train station railroad in London. And then they walk with a carriage, with horses, and everything you see now while I am speaking, hoping that Marcel will play that video. We, the sane people, the healthy in mind people, we call this prostitution. We cannot accept at all that the royal house is a noble house. Not at all. Because we don't look at the curriculum vitae, at the CV. I mean, their ancestors. We look at the facts. And the facts are not according to a royal family. They pushed the things so far that they have been accused worldwide that they organized assassination of so-called Diana princess. In a royal family, it shouldn't reach that point. In a royal family, it shouldn't reach the point of being accused like a penal criminal in the world. No. Not even a smell if the family is a royal family. You know, before the Bolsheviks, the Jews came in Romania, they said we had a monarchy, the Hohenzollern. And there were a lot of nostalgic people in Romania hoping that monarchy will be back. But this is deceivers. This is deceit, because that monarchy was purely Jewish. In German, Hohen means high, and Zollner means border, limit of a territory. And that meant in Germany, there was a territory called, a region called Hohenzollern. I mean, the high, like Scotland, the Highlanders. And it is pretty well known that that area was inhabited by Jews. And they tried to find a way to export some Jews, but not as workers, as kings in some poor and not organized countries. And this is the way we found Karol, Ferdinand, and ultimately Michael of Hohenzollern. But all of them Jews. And you might say, hey Romeo, are you anti-Semitic? No, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm pro-truth. I am just pro-truth. And I'm saying that you cannot have a Jewish king, and the Jews, they say, who? That deceiver, Jesus Christ, that deceiver, that one was a deceiver. And we, the Orthodox Christian, we say, indeed, he risen. I mean, Christos risen, indeed he risen. I mean, we are in a obvious opposition with the manner of seeing the faith in the world with Jews. I mean, they think opposite, in opposition with the Orthodox, Christian Orthodox. So, you know, normally we have names like George, Stefan, Stephen, George. We have names like Dragos, Bogdan, Konstantin, and those names are purely Christian. Doesn't ring the bell to you that we had 3 kings, Karol, Ferdinand, and Hohenzollern? Yes, it should. This is not the historical truth, my friends, and the royal house in the UK is a parody. And now, after dying, the Queen Elizabeth will be triple parody this royal house. And this is the reason the world is falling apart. The world is collapsing because God doesn't have representatives in kings on the earth. Yes, it finished. Normally the kings should have been nominalized by God through his workers, the episcopes, bishops, and things like this. Doesn't happen anymore. This is the end of times, my friends. You believe me or not, you will see it on your own skin. All my love from Romania.